Hi, I'm Cindy and welcome back for another edition of our virtual JumpstART program from the Irving Art Center. So this is our program for the month of May and we're celebrating moms because May 10th is Mom's Day. So if you tuned in for our book readings, we read The Kissing Hand and Llama Llama Red Pajama. So we will be making raccoons and llamas today, both of which can be turned into a special little memento for moms. So the supplies that you'll need today are things that you should have around the house so that you don't have to worry about going out anywhere. So markers, crayons, a pencil for tracing, and some scissors for cutting out the pieces and parts that we'll need. You'll need some glue, any kind will do. I only had this glue, so that's what we're using today here. But ELMERS white glue, glue sticks would work. If you don't even have glue, tape will work. So we are going to use tape at some point. I have little bits of tissue paper or yarn and just different bits and pieces, buttons for decorations for our llama, but we'll talk more about that as we get to that. We're going to start off with the raccoon. So this is what the little guy looks like. The first thing that you're going to need to do when you figure out which papers you're going to choose, raccoons are generally either gray, brown, a darker color with a black mask, and then they've got rings on their tails. So we want to make sure and get those things, those little characteristics in our raccoon. So the hands are your little handprints that you're going to need some help from somebody helping you trace the handprints, and then we'll cut them out and that'll be our mask, because mamas love those little mementos of the times when those little hands are small. So we have the template for all of the pieces and parts on our website, and it has the shape that you need for the body. So if you can just print it out at home. It's got the shape, it's got all the pieces that you'll need for the little feet and hands, the heart cut out, the nose, the tail, all of the pieces that you'll need for the llama too. So if you print that out, it's one PDF on our website. That'll give you everything that you can trace for the template. You can just lay them down on your paper, and I've already done the cutting and tracing to get that step out of the way for us today. So this is the template once I've cut it out. I laid it on my brown paper, I traced around, and then I cut it out. So now I have my body, and we'll start assembling him. So once you have all of your things cut out, you can just start gluing them on. So we'll start with the hands. So make sure that the thumbs are going up, and if something happens and your thumbs aren't up, then that's fine too. So there's really no wrong way to do this. This is your raccoon, so have fun with it. So we're going to glue the little handprints on, and that makes your little mask. So next we'll go ahead and we'll do put the little fingers in, right? No? Yeah, they're in. I had to look at my example. Do it that way. And if you'll notice, I have some little marks with white crayon on the feet, all the paws, I guess I should call them, to show where his little toes are. So any white crayon will do. Even a piece of chalk would work on black construction paper. So now we have those on, and we'll take a little glue and we'll give him his nose. I didn't leave very much room, did I? So we'll put his nose right there. And I have googly eyes. You don't have to have googly eyes. You could draw little circles on white paper and then color in the pupils, the little black parts. So just use what you have. He'll still be a cute little raccoon. So we have his face, and we can't forget the heart because that's the sweet little part of the story. And you could even write a little message to mom on that heart. And we have 2 things before we're finished, and actually 3 things. We need to fill in his ears a little bit. Just some little details. And then we should give him a smiley face, shouldn't we? So, with a marker or a crayon, and we can't forget his tail. And when you're doing the tail, remember that you want to color in the rings. Just like in the kissing hand, the raccoons have rings on their tails. So you want to color those in or paint them. And there we have our little kissing hand raccoon, ready to be hung up somewhere in your house, I'm sure. So our little bonus raccoon is made from a toilet paper roll. So I've taken a half of a toilet paper roll, and you'll need some, probably an adult to help you cut this. So I squished it a little bit and kind of poked into it to get it started. And then I cut it in half. And then you're just going to squish it down. And that makes the ears. So the next thing you're going to do, and the template for these pieces is also in the PDF that's on our website. So there's a strip, and I've made a little V right there in the middle. So all I've done is I've taken this, wrapped it around my toilet paper roll, took a piece of tape to secure it in place on the back. And then I have a little tail, and you can, on this one, I've kind of given him some rings on there, if you can see that. So you can color in your rings. I have a Sharpie. I'm doing this really fast. You can take your time. So rings on the tail, little bit of tape. Tape it on the back side so it's sticking out the front. So you can see it sticking out on the front. Then his nose. So I'm actually going to glue the nose on, but you could use tape if you wanted. So glue the nose on. And then he just needs eyes. So again, I'm going to use googly, but you don't have to. This guy is so easy. Black paper or white paper, and you could color or paint white paper and make the eyes, and you could have a whole family of little raccoons. So there's our little bonus for today. So we're going to move on to the llama and move our little raccoon friends out of the way. So here's our llama. I used white paper for the example, but you can use any color paper, so you can just have fun with this one. So you can also turn it around and write a special message to mom, so it can be like a Mother's Day card if you want. So the extra things that we have here, there's rickrack, there's some old buttons, there's yarn. You can use whatever you have around the house to decorate the little neck area. You could use cotton balls because llamas are fluffy. So you could put cotton balls down here, pom-poms. You could make it all glittery, however you want to do it. So the pieces are in the template, and I've already got mine pre-cut, and I decided to do purple today. So we're going to take the ears and the face. That's the only pieces you have for this one. So make sure that the straight edges are facing each other. I'm going to go ahead and glue the ears on first. There's one. And the curved top, or the curved part of the template, is the top of the head. So just so you are aware of that. It's because it makes it look like a little rounded head. So there's the ears. And next, I'm gonna glue this little pink heart So you can just cut out a lot of different things just from paper to decorate up here around the ears, kind of in the hair. So I scrunched up tissue paper for that, but you could use, like I said, buttons or pom-poms, cotton balls. You could just draw and cut out flowers. Whatever you would like to do could be a really fun thing to do. So you can go crazy with it. You can be simple with it. I'm going to scrunch up some colorful paper here. And I'm going to glue it right there just to give you an example. It doesn't take much for it to look fun. And because I've got purple, I'm going to use some of the white yarn. And I had white yarn, I did not have cotton balls, so that's what I'm going to use, is the white yarn. So I'm just wrapping it on. So let's see, what could I be missing? I think I'm missing a face, huh? So let's draw the fun little face. So you could make the white eyes open or closed, but I like the long eyelashes on the mama llama. And she has a heart nose. And she looks very happy, doesn't she? And I'm going to give my ears just a little bit of detail. You don't have to. But you could also add some different things up on the ears. And then don't forget to write your little message on the back. And then you have a fun little Mama Llama card. So until next time, keep creating.